welcome to a wonderful Sunday afternoon. So happy to have you guys here at the beautiful Sunrose Hotel, live at the Sunrose. Give it up for this wonderful space. So happy to have you guys here for an incredible event, one of our Sunday Best sessions. My name is Chase Foster. I'm the music director for the Jonas Brothers, and for Nick Jonas, for DNCE, for Joe Jonas, all of the Jonas verse. Very happy to be here. Thank you. And also just want to welcome everybody on Talk Shop Live who is joining us virtually today. Before we get started, I just wanted to let you know you can pre-order a copy of the signed CD. If you're watching online, if you're here, just press the shop button on Talk Shop Live and comment the word shop if you're watching on Facebook or Instagram to receive a link in your DMs. And of course, those of you on YouTube, there's a link in the description. So, that being said, who's ready for some good music? Yeah? What you're about to see here is a very special event. You're going to hear never told stories. You're going to hear music that has only debuted to a handful of people so far, and you guys will be the next handful. We're so excited to welcome to the stage. So please make some noise for Mr. Nick Jonas.
Hi, everyone. How are we doing today? Welcome to Sunday Best Brunch, Los Angeles. And for those of you watching online, Talk Shop Live, welcome, and we're happy to have you. We've been doing a few of these, started in Vegas, up in Toronto, just did one in London, but so great to be here in LA today to get to share some stories and kind of some background on this record and what it means to me and what it means to be kind of here with all of you and also with some friends. One friend who was a very important piece of the puzzle with putting this album together, who is here with us today and is going to be sitting with me for a little bit to talk with you guys. So please welcome to the stage my friend, JP Sax.
What up, everybody? Nice to see you. Glad we all get to kick it with Nick for an afternoon. And me. No, we all get to kick it together. We're all squad now. We have a mutual love in common. So, all right. Well, I want to ask you some stuff about the
Let's do it.
music on this record. So, I love that I got to meet you at this moment in your life, and meet you as who you are in this moment. Because I imagine a lot of people in this room, you've known them for a long time. You've seen them in a lot of different eras, going through a lot of different feelings and talking about a lot of different things. So I'm curious, what parts of yourself you felt like you got to represent in this music that you haven't represented in music in the past?
Yeah, well, for some background too, just to dive in for those that don't know, JP and I are somewhat new friends. We met for the first time in September when we were playing our show up in Toronto. I came across this incredible video that he posted that really impacted me. His transparency and vulnerability really spoke to me, and so he came out and played with us, and then I said, look, we're doing a writing camp in New York in a few weeks. Can you come out and be a part of it? I've always admired his songwriting and his storytelling. He said yes, and he came out, and I had already done a couple songs for the record. There was 3 songs that, you know, I thought were making sense in my mind musically of where I wanted this project to go, but I needed the other pieces to complete it. What I didn't know is that one of those pieces of the puzzle was you and the co-writers that we worked with. And this record comes at a time for me when I feel most kind of settled in myself. Although I think Gut Punch is like a stark contradiction to that, for those that have heard it. But that's part of it, is knowing, you know, the things that make you stronger, the things that make you feel like, you know, you're kind of spinning out at times. And it's who you surround yourself with that really help you sort of traverse those moments in life. And I put pen to paper on those early songs, and the first one was a song called Hope, which is why the album is titled Sunday Best. There's this lyric that speaks about kind of the early days growing up in the church and singing in church and what that meant to me. You know, and although my life with religion has taken a lot of different twists and turns. I feel very rooted in my faith and my belief in something and somebody who's kind of overseeing and has a plan, for you. And so that was important as the sort of the bedrock for the title of the album, the overall sentiment, but also, I think being able to eventize this and do these Sunday Best Brunches has been so fun and comes at a perfect time in my life. So
That's beautiful.
thanks.
I mean, even the way we met, I feel like, is metaphorically aligned with even what you're talking about with this record, because, like, in short, I had, like, the biggest failure of my professional career, which was having to cancel a tour because we didn't sell enough tickets. And then I was like, well, rather than lie about this, I'm just going to tell the truth about that feeling really embarrassing. And then Nick saw me telling the truth about that on the internet, and it turns out that, like, being honest about your failures is more powerful and progressive than being ashamed or lying about your successes. And it turns out if you're really upfront about it, you get a Nick Jonas for a friend out of it.
Yeah, and vice versa. I've certainly had my moments where we've talked about a lot, where life kind of didn't go the way I expected it to, and what I realized is that there usually is not only a silver lining, but a new experience, a new adventure that you get to go on because of that twist and that turn that you didn't expect to take, which is fitting that the first song I want to play today from the album is about that. And just for some backstory, I'm talking about this like we haven't spoken about this stuff a lot, and like we didn't live this experience, but this is more for your context. But we get in the studio and we're starting to write, and one of the things I loved about the experience working with JP and Paris Carney and Josette and all the amazing writers that we work with on the album Blush, was that I was able to just kind of speak my truth and for the first time not take a swing to try to write a hit song, but just write something that felt real, knowing that I was in good hands to craft it to make it sound like it could be on an album. And I started talking about this memory I have as being a kid, and we had this little patch of soil outside our back door at our house in Jersey, and I vividly recall spitting out some watermelon seeds into the dirt, and a couple months later, there was these little watermelons, 3 of them, and no one believed me, and it drove me nuts forever. And I finally talked to my parents about it. I was like, "You remember this, right?" My dad confirmed that we did in fact have watermelons. And I didn't expect this story to become a song, but JP goes, how about this? And he sort of read out the lyrics, which was a sort of a version of what I had just said. And on top of it being one of my favorite lyrics on the album, what I realized in that moment was I'm good to just speak, to share my stories and my truth that I thought no one would ever care to hear, and have collaborators that are going to help me craft it into something that I can share with the world. And this whole song is about what we were just speaking about, that perspective of life where, when you're young, certain experiences are tough and make you feel a certain way, but as you get older, you start to see the good, the fact that things can be seen through that different lens, and it can be sweet to me in the end. That's what this song is called. It's the first song on the album, and I'm so excited for you to hear it.
Let's play it.
Blockbuster runs with my dad. Pizza box on my lap, but somehow never burn me. That feeling, something is sure, as Brady always winning, even if he's beating my team. That feeling of knowing your neighbors, small towns with just one main street. I see with too splendor. Oh, that's too sweet. It's just too sweet. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet, 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 sweet to me. Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet, 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 sweet to me. Yeah. Summer days in the backyard, spitting watermelon seeds. A couple months later, little watermelon babies. That's crazy. It's the things you give away, turn into something so beautiful someday. You never can say. When the doctor told me there's too much sugar in your bloodstream, baby, that's too sweet. It's just too sweet. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet, 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 sweet to me. Oh, that's just too sweet. And that's sweet, 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 sweet to me. Oh, that's just too sweet. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Caramel skin, white t-shirt blowing in the wind. It's heavenly sin. Cinnamon lips pressed on me. Life with you is far from bittersweet. Slow down, sugar. It's so sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet to me. Yeah. It's so sweet, sweet, sweet to me.
Thank you.
I love that song. I love
Me
that
too.
Yeah, something that I have found since we wrote that one is all those little specific references in it, like the Splenda and the pizza box and the watermelon seeds. Every time I have in my life come across Splenda, pizza boxes, and watermelon seeds, I have started singing that song in my head. That's about to haunt all of you.
That's the idea. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a moment.
it's a moment.
See, they got context
You
I
gotta
do
take
not
back.
have.
You gotta take back the power, guys. That's the key.
So something I love about a lot of the songs on this record is that you're able to find these little moments that have these big feelings in them. Like you're representing something that's clearly much more meaningful than that little moment, but in the way you articulate that little moment and you get into it in the song, you capture that feeling. I'm wondering, do you know when a moment like that is meant to be in a song? Do you know what it feels like and how you find them?
Yeah, it's a great question. I used to think that songwriting was a way for me to sort of get through a situation, to take an experience and just put it into something, to sort of be like a journal entry. But now, as I approach it, which I think we talked about while we were writing and certainly after that, it's really about the experience the audience is going to have. You know, it's important for me to share my truth, to be real about whatever I'm going through, to put in these specific references. But I try to write from a place where it doesn't matter if you've lived my exact experience. You can relate to it in some way. that song, for instance, is truly just about, in the first verse, the comfort of, a small town where everyone knows your name. Riding with my dad, feeling safe being a passenger while he was driving the car. That's a metaphor for a lot more than just, the actual experience. The pizza box on your lap that didn't burn you is to me about, the safety of being with your parent or the person that is that person in your life. And the specific references in the rest of the record felt like things that I needed to put in there. On the next song we're gonna play, Handprints, there's talk about my daughter and the doorman have a secret handshake. You'll all remember it pretty clearly, I'm sure, as locals here in Los Angeles, but our year started at our daughter's 3rd birthday party last year, which was interrupted by the fire department calling and saying, you need to get out of your house because the fires were going nuts. And luckily, our home was okay. But we basically kind of packed up and got on a plane and went to New York because that's where I was about to start doing this Broadway show. And so again, out of what was a very scary and intense situation, we suddenly had this time together as a family that we would not have really had in a new place, a new environment that felt kind of overwhelming, but also a little more simple. Like life just got more simple. Walks through the park to our daughter's school, or just going to the tavern, which was our favorite spot, Tavern on the Green, as a family, just to have time together. And so when I came in the day we wrote this song, I was like, hey, I want to talk about this year. I just don't know how to frame it. It really just stemmed from a conversation. Well, what are some of the experiences and what's it been like? And it's a long-winded answer of saying that I knew something like that was important to speak about. How relatable is it? It's up to us as the writers, I feel like, to frame it in a place where each person in this room can think back to a time when they went on a nice walk with someone they cared about. That's a universal experience. Or this idea that we want to put a handprint on a moment. This is why all the t-shirts and hoodies have the handprint on it, is because it really feels like you just want to grab that moment and take that with you forever. And it doesn't have to be some big, incredible experience. It could be something as simple as a quiet moment with the people you love, or a drink shared with friends at a Sunday brunch. Cheers, y'all. Where's your drink? I gotta get you.
Y'all superstitious about this?
So yeah, maybe that's a good jumping off point to play the next song. And Sweet to Me, I wanted to play the whole thing because that little beat drop at the end goes kind of hard. But the rest I'll just give little snippets of, so we can get to the conversation, and also some live music after that. But this one's Handprints. Do you have anything you want to share about this one?
Yeah, well, I remember the text message you sent me this morning. You were like, I want to write a song about this. And you texted me about some of what you were feeling with your family about being in New York. And comparing that text message to this lyric is very funny to me, because there was just that little sliver of that idea, and then it turned into an hour-and-a-half conversation, which is essentially this song. And something I think is funny about relatability as a songwriter is sometimes we get in our heads as artists is like, oh, I want to make sure people can relate to it. But to me, it's like, if you just talk about what it feels like to be a person, what it feels like for any one person to be a person is usually not that different than what it feels like for any other person to be a person. Now, what the details you find your humanity in maybe change from person to person, but I don't need to necessarily relate to the details to relate to the emotion. And so something I love about this song is you capture all these little anecdotes of your life in New York with your family. And I have never had a daughter with a secret handshake with a doorman. And yet when you say that line, I want to cry. So whatever humanity that you have injected into that lyric is far beyond the detail itself to me. This is one of my favorites. I'm stoked to listen to it with all y'all.
Love that. Let's give it a listen. This is Handprints.
Took the service elevator, let us out on Ace. My daughter and the doorman got a secret handshake. Going to a tavern a few blocks down the road. We could get there faster if we took a car, so we don't. Handprints on the moment, and I'm holding it so damn tight. If we could run it back, you know I'd gladly take it twice. But I know in the back of my mind, winter's the season away, and you hate the cold, so I'm asking the leaves if they kinda not change. I know in the back of my mind, nothing is ever the same. If I could take one single moment and make it stay still in one place, if I could slow down time, I'd slow down mine with you.
Just one quick story. As we were, writing the song, and we had that line, if I could slow down time and slow down mine with you. JP had the brilliant idea to slow the track down like that. And it's very TikTok-y. I like it.
That was not my intention
No,
at all.
it's-
my 30-year-old, my
listen.
32-year-old ass was not thinking, let's do it for TikTok. I was thinking it'd be fun.
I hope it goes crazy on TikTok.
As do I.
And it's all credit to you. Yeah.
Nice. I hope we do stumble on that trend.
I would love that.
I'm not going to involve myself in the trend to ruin it. I'll let it happen without me.
No, I thought it was a perfect way to sort of capture that moment. And one of the things I really admire about JP's writing is that he's always sort of like just trying to get to truth, and as the artist in this scenario, to kind of what I want to say, but also understanding sort of how to make it feel cinematic and like a movie. Like, it just feels like when you hear some of the stuff that he writes, it always feels like you're in the place and the space. And so love getting to work with you.
Thank you, bro. I really love getting to work with you too. And I love that you're at a point in your career where you've had like unbelievable success and you've done so many incredible things, and yet you decided on this record you were going to do something that you were just going to prioritize being honest, even if it was a little left of center, even if it got a little weird. You just wanted it to feel like something you liked and something that was sincere. And to me, that's like the dream, to work with an artist who's just prioritizing their own taste and being themselves in the records. And I feel like you can really hear it. Like, I would listen to these records and I'd be like, I want to hang out with that guy.
That's cool to hear. There's one song that isn't on this album, which we wrote. Just a little tidbit here, with the brothers in mind, which I'm also very excited about. So be looking out for that later this year too. But more to come. That's the fun thing about this chapter. I think historically with the brothers and the individual projects, we felt like each thing had to have its own kind of moment, and they couldn't all be happening at the same time. But just looking at the creative kind of experience, we're constantly writing stuff as individuals, or for DNC, for Joe, and me solo, Kevin now solo, but also for the brothers at the same time. And I think there's real freedom in saying it. They don't have to have like a chapter. It can all be happening together. And I think as we put up more shows and things like that, getting to play some of these new songs in that environment will be really, really exciting, really fun.
Can't wait to see that happen. Okay, so this next one you're gonna play, if I'm reading this, the next one you're gonna play is unbelievably fun to me.
I agree.
And yet still like has so much personality in it and so much of you in it. Now, how do you feel about telling people what songs are about? Because I have found that when I tell people what I think songs are about, whatever they think is about is completely different. Like, one of my best friends, he the other day was like, yo, I love that Nick song about his dad. Will you play me that song about his dad? And I was like, we don't have a song about his dad. And it was sweet to me. to my best friend like Sweet to Me because of that line going to
That's cool.
Blockbuster. That
Wow.
song to him was about your dad. What's your take on this? Do you like how specific are you about telling people like where songs are coming from, what they mean to you, versus letting the interpretations ride?
Kind of mixed. You know, I feel like sometimes the context is important, and sometimes it's kind of like, you know, just get on with it. Like, is it a good song or not? And I don't want to be like too self-indulgent in that way, but I do think that there are songs that kind of require context, you know, and others that you set out just to create a good vibe, and you know, I'm so honored that I've been allowed to be a part of people's lives for the last 20 years making music. You know, whether it was songs like SOS or Love Bug in the early stages, cut to songs like I Believe from Happiness Begins album, that I feel like, you know, are really a part of my songwriting journey, but they become a part of the fabric of people's lives, and that is the most meaningful thing as an artist, as I'm sure you can relate to. But equally to those sort of more meaningful records, there are ones that I hope people can just put on, dance to, and have a good time and vibe out to. And amidst the sort of more meaningful stuff on this album, meaningful meaning like, you know, lyrically relevant to my lived experience, something like Seeing Ghosts, which is the next one, I think is more about how do we just, you know, create a vibe and have people, you know, escape from all the things that cause us stress or anxiety as adults. And this song, you know, is just, it's super fun and taps into a sound that I've always kind of treasured, which is that Motown, you know, big band kind of feel. And again, one that we wrote together. I'm very excited about it. And we should play it now. It's called Seeing Ghosts.
You got me seeing gold. Baby, you're making me believe in miracles. Baby, I'm not the man I was a year ago. My premonition is could get used to this. My superstition is you belong on my lips. My reservations live when you're moving your hips. I'm gone, so gone, and I never knew that a high came in this kind of dose. I'm alive in a new kind of way, one that I've never known. And I dive from 6 feet above when you're holding me close. Take my soul out of my body for you. I do so much more than the most. You got me seeing ghosts. Got me seeing ghosts.
Yeah, nice. If you're watching on Top Shock Live, you can buy the album right now. Pre-order it right now if you like what you're hearing.
I'm so glad you said that because I was going to forget to say that.
We can say it again. We can say it 2 or 3 more times.
No, for sure. Talk Shop. Buy the album. It's really good. I really like it. I'm both emotionally and logistically invested.
Yes, as am I.
All right. Well, going into the next song, I wanted to ask you about something that's like minorly more emotional than that fun little moment that we just had. So I'm second guessing myself, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Do it.
This is your first album since you've had a family of your own, correct? And the first song that we wrote together was very much in that vein, and I think kind of set the tone for the records we were right after that, the 20 plus of them. But the fact that we started there, to me, just made it so clear that we were about to do something pretty special and connected. So yeah, I'm curious if you want to speak to how making
I'd
music
love
has
to, yeah.
changed since you've had your own family.
Yes. So that day in particular, we started a song called The Wi-Fi, if you remember, and it was. It sounds funny. It's not funny. The idea was that you've been away from your home so long that the Wi-Fi didn't connect to your phone. Just kind of like a metaphor for a bigger idea, which is something I was feeling, was a bit kind of displaced. Like, what's home anymore? Because I actually had that happen. I was gone for 8 months or something. I walked back into the house and my phone just didn't recognize the Wi-Fi. So we started there, which was a good entryway into just honest conversation and communication. That song is fine. You know, I think sometimes what I experience as a writer is that you take these swings and they're not always home runs, right? Like but you have to do it. You have to say a thing that gets you to the next idea. And so knowing that it wasn't fully like there, I think I just went to the restroom, took a break, and kind of came back with this thought about, you know, that morning, our daughter wanted to play princesses with me, where she's the princess and I'm the prince. It's the role of a lifetime. And I was like, man, that could be a song, I think. I just don't really know how to make it like not musical theatery, because I was doing a musical at the time, and so a lot of like the way I was communicating musically was that vibe. And again, it's about placing trust in your collaborators and being like, hey, help me take this seed of an idea and turn it into something that feels like everyone can connect to it. And so yeah, we walked in and I started explaining. The first thing I remember saying to you and our co-writer, Jeff Giddy, was I use my imagination for a living. I tell stories and build worlds, but I've never wanted one more than this one with my little girl. Like, it's so easy for me to create something, to write a thing, to whatever, to act in a scene, but sometimes it's you know, you get distracted, right? Like, life just comes at you, and it's like you want to put everything off to the side and be able to be as present as you are in your work and other things with this little person who's looking up at you. And whether you're the adult looking at the little person who relies on you, or the little person looking at that adult, that experience is something I think all of us can relate to in some way. And so it was really important for me to include princesses on the album and to make it the last song on the album. And then the cover of the album is, you know, it's me looking in the mirror, and then there's these handprints on the wall, and then the back cover is me and our daughter. And I just feel like if you've gotten through it, then you get to be in that moment with us, and that's why that photo is so important to me, and this song is so important to me. Should we play it?
You should definitely play it.
Let's play it. Get your tissues ready.
I use my imagination for a living. I tell stories and build worlds, but I've never wanted one more than this one with my little girl. I'm fascinated by your questions. I'm terrified to let you down. There's no one and nowhere that I'd rather be than with you right here, right now. Let's play princesses, a whole universe in your mind. Let's play princesses, just me and you tonight. Let's play princesses, princesses. And can I ask you a favor?
More to come. More to come. I'm gonna save the rest of that for when you guys listen to the album on February 6th. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for asking me to do it. Thank you for letting me jump into this world and make these songs with you.
I appreciate your questions and your time. Guys, JP Sax, give it up.
Thanks, team.
Love you. All right, and then for everyone watching online, thank you for tuning in. If you were here, you would then get to hear these live songs, but unfortunately, that is just for our audience in the room today. But I love y'all. Signing off. See you at Talk Shop Live. Go buy the album. 2026. And that At midnight tonight, my new single, Gut Punch, comes out. So I thought it only appropriate that I play that song for you tonight. This one's called Gut Punch.
I think my hair stopped growing. Is that even a thing? Haven't lost any of it, but something ain't the same. Maybe it's a metaphor. Is it even that deep? I think my hair stopped growing. Or is it me? I called Phil a couple times. He's probably sick of me. You say go easy on yourself. What does that even mean? Sounds like good advice, but I just can't hear it right now. Hit me like a gut punch. I hurt my own feelings. How did I get so good at being mean to myself? I should turn the heat down. Tell myself to chill out. Tell I really hate the way I talk to myself. Hit me like a When the hell did I start trying to be perfect? People pleasing, is it ever really worth it? A fake money just to pass the time. It's the only way of getting mine. Looked at myself in a cave and read good nights. Who I am behind those eyes. One big disguise. Hit me like a punch. I hurt my own feelings. How did I get so good at being mean to myself? I should turn the heat down. Tell myself to chill out. Till I really hate the way I talk to myself. Hit me like a. Now what would it be like if I just tried being nice to the person that I'm seeing in the mirror? Yeah. If you find that in a child, haven't seen him for a while, let him know he's doing fine. Hit me like a gut punch. I heard I should turn the heat down. Tell myself to chill out. Tell I really hate the way I talk to myself. Hit me like a oh, oh. Hit me like a oh, oh, oh. Hit me like a Thank you so much. I love y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, it was an epic year for us as a band and as brothers.